Hi, Pandas. Mrs. Haywood here. And I've missed you in the library, but I'll see you back really soon. In the meantime, I have some exciting news about books. And you know, as a librarian, I love books. And it's my job to help show you new books and books that you're going to love to read. Guess what? They're about to announce this year's winner of the Caldecott Medal. Do you see this medal right here? It's a medal, it's a prize. And they give it out to the book with the best illustrations. Oh, the book from last year with the best illustrations. Remember, we've talked in the library, we've talked about an author writes the words of a book and an illustrator draws the pictures. Oh, I love the pictures in a book. Okay, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about the Caldecott Medal. What is it? See this guy? His name was Randolph Caldecott. They named it after him. He lived a long time ago. Does this look like kind of an old picture? And this is the book that he drew the pictures for. Does it look kind of like an old book? He lived in the 1800s. That's a long time ago, way before you were born and your teachers were born and your parents or grandparents and aunts and uncles were born. Okay. All right. Do you see? He drew this guy riding a horse in his book. And now that's what's on the medal. That is what's on the medal. Oh, and every year they pick one winner to get the bronze medal. Do you see this color is bronze? They also pick 3 or 4 books that they call honor books. That means they were so close to winning. They're also great books and they get a silver medal. Very cool. Okay. If you think that maybe you would want to grow up to be an illustrator and you hope you could win the Caldecott Award, you have to live in the United States. And the book comes out the year right before they announce the winner. Okay. We just finished the year 2021 and the book had to be new and had to come out in 2021. And it has to be a book for kids. Okay. And I'm going to put this slideshow, the link to this slideshow in the description of this YouTube video. And if you go to the link and push play right here, right up above, you can see a cool video that explains even a little bit more about the Caldecott Award. Okay. And if you push play on this video, you can see them announcing the winners just a couple of years ago. Now, 15 librarians meet together and they decide the winners of the Caldecott Award. Oh, that would be so cool. I would love to be able to do that someday. They get together at a big meeting, a big conference, and they decide who the winner's going to be. Okay, well, how do they decide? There are so many great books. Our library is full of great books. How do they decide? What are they looking for? I'm going to tell you. The first thing they're looking for is that their art is very well done. Their pictures, their art, their illustrations is very well done. Maybe they use paint or chalk, or maybe they do their drawings on the computer, right? Maybe they make a collage. Has to be very well done. Okay. Number 2, okay, the pictures have to match the story. The pictures have to go along with the story. If you look at these pictures right here, at these pictures of a book, can you tell which book is about being scared? And can you tell which book is about how all people and animals like to run and play? The pictures match the book. Number 3, okay, the pictures help you understand the story. All right, maybe you have to look at the pictures to find the details and to find out what's really going on, everything that's really going on in the story. And you can look at the pictures and know what's happening, even if you don't know how to read the words, and even if you don't read the words of the story. All right, the last thing, number 4, the last thing they're looking for to decide who wins the Caldecott Award, kids have to want to pick up the book, right? If you see a book with great illustrations, you're going to want to pick it up and read that book. Okay, last year, this was the winner. We Are Water Protectors. And then these are the books that were the honor books. And here's the winner from 2 years ago and the honor books down here. It's fun to look at books that have won in the past. This one won. And I want to tell you something really cool about this book, The Wolf in the Snow. It won a few years ago. Okay, it's by Matthew Cordell. And guess what? I met him. He came to my school. I was actually at a different school, but he came to my school, and this is his book. Another book, King Alice, and he drew King Alice. We watched him draw King Alice. Oh, look, there I am. And there's Matthew Cordell. This is my friend, Mrs. Brown, up here. And here's another really great illustrator. His name's Dan Santat. He won the Caldecott Award for this book called Beagle. And guess what? I got to meet him too. Here's Dan Santat, and here I am with my son Hudson. And this guy's name, his name is Tom Engelberger. He's an author. And we were at Book People at the local bookstore, and we won this picture of the princess from The Princess and the Pit Stop. And I saw him another time, and look, he drew a picture. He tried to make it look like himself. And guess what? There's my son Hudson. He was talking to Dan Santat, and he got a book signed by him. Guess what? In my library, I have all of these great pictures by some awesome illustrators. Remember, I know I showed you guys the picture of Bad Kitty this year when we read a Bad Kitty book, right? Here's my picture of King Alice. And here are my Dan Santat pictures. We've got some great pictures in the back of the library. And okay, so it's so much fun. Right before they announce the award, it's so much fun to think, which books do I think might win the Caldecott Award? I'm going to show you a few books that I think might be winners. I really like this book. It's called Everybody in the Red Brick Building. And you know what? Here's the author. Her name is Ann Winter, and she lives in Austin. We need to invite her to come to our school sometime. Okay, and here's the illustrator, Oge Mora. And if you go to the presentation, I'm going to put the link at the bottom in the description of the YouTube video. If you go to the presentation, you can click play and listen to the story of Everybody in the Red Brick Building. It's a story that's got a lot of words, sound words in it, right? Like vroom, crash, buzz, splash, words that sound like sounds. It's called onomatopoeia. It's a really fun word to say. Okay, here's the next book that I think might win the Caldecott Award. It's called Tomatoes for Neela by Padma Lathalakshmi and illustrated by Juana Martinez Neal. Again, if you push the play button, if you go to the link and you push the play button, you can listen to the story. Okay, and this is a story about Neela. She's cooking with her mother and her grandmother, and they go to the market, and it's just got these really great pictures. Then they're going to get a bunch of tomatoes, and there's some recipes in the back that you could try with your family. It's a really sweet book. Next, this book is called Bright Star, and it's by Juji Morales. Again, if you click play, if you go to the link and you click play, you can listen to the story. And it's about this little deer, and he was born in the forest. He was just born in the forest, and he's so cute. And it's about the animals, the other animals in the forest, who are going to help take care of him and be there with him. This book is so fun. This next book, it's called Stroller Coaster by Matt Ringler and illustrated by Raoul III. And see this dad? He takes the baby out in the stroller, and they go so fast it's almost like a roller coaster, and they have a real adventure out together. It's really fun. And I want to show you something cool. I met Raoul III too. Here he is, and look, so there I am, here I am, and here's Miss Brown again, and this is my other friend, Miss Dimas, with Raoul III. And oh, we have his pictures in the library too. Okay, we have these pictures in the library too. All right, the next book that I think might have a chance to win the Caldecott Award is called Have You Ever Seen a Flower? It's by Sean Harris. And again, you can push the play button and you can listen to the story. Look at all those bright colors. And he makes you really think about flowers, right? In a way that you probably have never thought about flowers before. Okay, next, this book is called Milo Imagines the World. It's by Matt de la Peña and illustrated by Christian Robinson. Milo gets on the subway with his sister and he imagines the lives of all the people that he sees on the subway. And it's really cool to get in his head and get in his imagination. And then at the end of the book, you might be surprised of where he goes on the subway, where he and his sister are going. I was surprised. All right. So those are the books that I think, some of the books that I think might have a chance to win the Caldecott Award. Now it's your turn. Okay. You could think about other books. Maybe there are books that I didn't even mention here that you think, oh, well, that was a great book that I just read, and I really like the pictures in that book. Or think about it, and you could tell your teacher or your classmates or your family, depending on who you're watching this with, do you think that Everybody in the Red Brick Building might win the Caldecott Award? Do you think Tomatoes for Neela might win? Do you think Bright Star might win? Or how about Stroller Coaster? Or maybe you think the pictures are really cool in this book. Have you ever seen a flower? Or Milo Imagines the World. What do you think? All right. It won't be long before we find out who the real winner is. I don't know if I'll be right, if these librarians will even that are in charge of making the decision will even pick the same book or books that I picked. We'll get to see. It's coming soon. Okay, January 24th at 8 a.m. we'll find out the real winner, and it'll be so exciting. But we'll see if I picked right. We'll see if you picked right. It doesn't matter, because it's just fun to think about great books that we've read and great pictures that we've seen. And when we find out the winner, we'll see what great books they decide on too. All right. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and keep reading, pandas. See you soon.